We dive into round one at Westholme Ridge this week with pretty much everything to play for. 4 demotion marks. We can't slip up anymore, and the swing is still as streaky as ever. So we'll see how it goes. These conditions this week, for round one at least, very high, very firm, very fast. It's gonna be painful. It's gonna be tough. I don't know if we'll make it out alive, but we have elite to catch us if everything just completely falls apart. So we'll definitely try our best. We'll see what we can do. But we're just gonna try and get this thing center fairway to start. Big. Oh, there's so much wind. We gotta aim like all the way out here. Wish me luck, guys. All right, little bit to the left on that tee shot. Fortunately, it's not on our approach shot, which means that we have a little bit of a chance to recover. Thank you for the luck, Mike. Just start shaking it, Carpy. I somehow feel like I'm still gonna do worse if I just start shanking it, purely for the fact that I am unfamiliar with it. Think a little bit aloft. Gonna go below our feet, and then, like, how much wind is there here? Probably close to 20 miles an hour of wind. It's downhill, I'm gonna play a little bit more. Okay, good swing. Is it a good shot? Hanging out a bit more to the left. Rolling down. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. And also just, like, good to learn with the wind there how much things are gonna play. A lot of break at the start of this one. It's gonna keep breaking, and the hard part is it breaks more once we get, like, outside. So it's just really gonna come down to, like, how much does this break right at our feet send it offline? I think it's gonna be quite a bit. And then I think it just kind of dives into the hole at the end. Imagine that! Imagine that! Starting our tournament with the birdie? Who even am I? And with a not a tap-in putt either. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? Alright, I think driving this has to be bait, right? It has to be bait. I think you almost want to, like, sit it down somewhere over here in the fairway with the uphill shot, because it'll give you a pitch, which means you can kind of cut the wind. The slow is drifting with that wind in the same direction, but it's all gonna kick back. Okay, 68 yards. Yeah, I guess we're closer than pitch. This uphill is what's gonna get us in trouble. I can already feel it now. This uphill is gonna be what destroys this shot. 51. We're gonna go stock. We're gonna get a stock flop. Pitching wedge flop. .42. I lost 13 yards from that. 13. I went up an extra club and everything. How in the heck is it that much lost, though? Okay, so now we really can't afford to not have this one get out. Gonna go a little bit further. Why? Why does it not? So incredibly mean. Okay, have to underhit this because we're, like, too close. Yeah, all right. Well, that's more like it. We give it right back. There was a request by Nad for a bogey-free week. Well, that is sadly gone. That is sadly gone. They were feeling it. I told them they were crazy to even think that was possible. Let's just get this down there safely in the fairway. I feel like that flop shot was, I felt like that was gonna be good. I thought I took enough clubs for that to come out that short is wild to me. Felt like we got a bit cheated out of that. Well, not cheated, but like just didn't feel fair. Okay, gap wedge is gonna fly too far. But this sand wedge, I think sandwich comes out too short, right? 129, and then you've got a fair amount of wind, but at the same time, I guess if it carries out to here, and then you get the roll. I mean, it's so much left to right. I just get scared that even with the sand wedge, little bit of D-loft and then full backspin, just like something to try and hold it up. Try and land it closer to the hole and have it bite rather than run the ridge. Please hold. That's a shot. That's a shot right there. Okay. I just get scared that we're gonna miss those. I just have an eternal fear that that's gonna miss. All right, so back under par. So much wind. So much wind. But what I do know is that with this much wind, the amount of extra carry that you get is actually not that much. So 9-iron probably only carries a little further than this. 8-iron, though, is up into this hill. We could be a little bit long on this, not gonna lie. Yeah. Even with the shot shaping, it's just hard because when you start putting the spin on, it starts carrying further, so it's so hard to judge. Okay, so the last one we left short, but I think with this one rolling downhill, we should be able to get it to stop. But you have to get it to go just a little bit left of the hole. Just too much. I think there was some, I guess there was some swing playing on that. Definitely makeable. Definitely a makeable chip. We've gotten a lot better with the chips in recent history. I've been holing a lot more of them. Okay, this should go pretty far out to the left. Bend it just enough to get it going around this tree. Pushed it right, though. More than likely, with this being very firm, we're going to end up in that rough to the right. There's just no way to stop it. I don't know if there's any way, honestly. Even if you get it all the way up to the top, I don't know that you can stop this in the fairway. You hit 3-wood? Yeah, that's probably the smarter thing. But I wonder, like, if we hit 7-iron out of this and then bound it down the hill. I don't know how far this is going to run, but... Sit. That's not a bad recovery. 17 foot, kind of flirting with the hole, maybe just a little bit. Out of that spot in the rough. Using the course. Trying to envision what this putt might do. The way I initially read it, with it being 186s, I would think that it has to Yeah, no, I'm still gonna trust my initial read. I'm gonna end up overthinking this and hitting it low side. So let's just try and get this eagle. Oh no, bringing it back was actually not a terrible call. Tap in birdie though. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, Rio. Like, feels like there was maybe some stuff with the last patch or the PS5 update or something. I guess you're on PC, right, Rio? So I guess it is on their end. I've been hitting short like 99% a lot, and tempo's been a bit more finicky. Well, McTrees, we're 2 under through 5. 3 birdies, one bogey. So it's treating us okay. It's definitely, it's been better. 32 and then wind in. See, with the 4-iron, that's going to play way back here. But there is no shot in any world where I think I can comfortably pull out the 3 hybrid here. Because that's not losing 27 yards. I can maybe, like, de-loft this a bit. No, not with the wind. I don't think I was ever getting enough distance out of that, but the pull fast, not good. All right, so on a putt like this, how much does that mid portion up the hill here, how much does that swing us back to the left? Okay, I'm gonna go with this. Ah, not a bad lag. Not a bad lag at all. Confirmed a Steam update issue for you and a few others. Gotcha. Because, I mean, was it last week, there was a PS5 update and a game update on, like, the same day. And, like, I know my swing has not been in a good spot, but it's definitely, it was not going so great since then either. Alright, going for the overpower here. I don't know if it matters. Just with the way the wind is, but just trying to squeeze a little bit more distance out here. See if there's any semblance of a chance again. No, you can't. Not with these conditions. Uphill, wind in. Even if you take driver off the deck, it tapers. So if you landed it here, you probably kick hard right or kick way left. So we're gonna have to go with the layup. Slap driver into the sandy nipple? I guess that is a question, right? Of like taking the splash shot could be safer with this kind of wind, actually. Now you've got me tempted. The nipple is short left. Yeah, but I want to go right, because that's closer. And I actually have a good lie, so we can get too much distance out of this. You could actually maybe fly this, because what? That's 2.7. That's high 270s, 260s. Back out another, like, 14 yards. About 280. That's 21 yards off. That's not going to take off 20, but could float it into that back, this here. Have a pretty solid out. Greens are 186, but you can get full spin on a splash shot from that short and hold it. It's not downhill enough, in my opinion. All right, first part to execution. How downhill is it at my feet? It's gonna come out a little bit hot, I think. So if we want to land it like here, up to... Oh, come on! Oh, that would have been so good. That would have been such a good eagle. That would have been such a good eagle. If you have full backspin, you can actually get a lot of stopping power out of your Out of your splash shots with the lob wedge. What even is this hole, man? With this, oh my goodness. Put it on the far right side of the fairway. Unless your lie is in like the 60%. Yeah, the short side splash shot, unless you have a lot of down, don't get me wrong, if there's a lot of downhill, you're gonna still run out. But the fact that that's still like fairly flat, there's a bit at the lip. Like if you landed it too short, you could kick. And if you landed it too long, you could roll down. But if you can find it in that sweet spot of like 3 yards, definitely should hold up. Oh, goodness me. 162 into the wind, and then, like, this pitching wedge, part of me is still saying, like, de-luffed it more. So I'm going to, because I don't want to be short. I mean, we could go long with this. I could completely have this wrong. I slowed it. Yeah, even with the perfect, we were well short. That wind just grabbed. It's a little bit uphill once you're actually on there. So I don't want to, like, kill it completely. Good touch. I don't know. I know that obviously there are good scores out there for this round, but I would also think that this round is very much so survive and just... You can come out with some decent scores. Ah, just touched the tree. It's okay. We didn't really lose much on it. So we're looking for this path here, I think. There's so much wind. There's so much wind. 4-iron's not gonna make it, I don't think, right? I mean, just based on how some of these other holes are going, this could very easily play 20-something yards on its own, which would be back here, and then we don't get enough release. The uphill lie as well, so we're gonna, I think we just take the hybrid. Oh, is that going to be too far to the right now? We're going to be up on a hill. I'm surprised, even though the wind is that much in on a... that much in your face, and you're on the uphill lie, that it got that much release. Stoppage of play, Patrick? Nope, we play through. We play through when the wind is that windy. Hey, what's going on, Button? Yeah, it'd be a shot if maybe this was a par 5, but this is for birdie. Don't get it twisted. So I think that's breaking back left to right in the middle way more than indicated. And this is lumpy. And then it's back. So I actually think this breaks probably substantially more left to right. Ended up, like, not moving, even though the grids look like they do. Totally skamazed. Swing play, not great. Also, I can't. My thumb is, like, broken when it comes to the putter these days. Drive seems pretty straightforward. Just get it out there. 300-yard drive goes 260. Losing like 40 yards into the headwind, which by that calculate, like, I don't think it's going to be quite 40 on this, but you're up another 18, like, it may as well be. That's just under 200. It's definitely not 40 on that angle. It's just like a crapshoot because if you're long, like that's what it boils down to. If you are long, good luck and good riddance. What's going on? Whoa, max wind is like 26, 28, 30, 30 maybe. It's definitely like upper 20. Yeah, welcome back. It's going well. As well as it can be for very high winds, very firm, very fast. 3 under through 9, I guess, is acceptable. Like, I see all the people scoring, but I don't know what the average looks like. I just need to be above the bottom. I'm gonna go 5-iron with some D-loft. I slowed it. Come back down. Get lucky. Stay. Stay. What's going on, Coxter? How you doing, dude? 26.5. Yeah, I think it's like 26, because it's weird. Midway is like 13 to 15, so yeah, that upper end is like 26. It's hard because the very high winds fluctuate so much, and we don't play with the number on, so like unless you're playing a round that has it on and you play enough very highs for you to actually be able to get an exact number on it. No, don't. Why is it every time we're like under by a percent or two? It's the right read. It's the right read, but just not quite enough pace. Big guns in here today, Patrick. Yeah, we got some very good players hanging out in here for sure. Ugh. That swing's gonna get me killed. Oh, we hold in the light rough, though. Oops, here too. Carpy, I missed you, man. Okay, can't get anything with the driver. I can't reach. So lay it back for a pitch, I guess. Almost lay it up into the light rough again. But I think I want it to be a pitch because I'm going to end up spinning the lob wedge back. So 100 yards, 91, 18 on the wind. I don't think that's the case, but I also don't think it's that far off. I'm going to play pitching wedge. Pitch. I hope this is an acceptable shot. If it's not, then so be it. It's a good strike. Yeah, not bad. Just stay up. On the shelf. I mean, come down towards the hole and then stay there. Only I'd be able to stop the ball on a yellow slope in 186s. Just incredibly skilled at the video game. Just absolutely insanely good. It already broke. Yeah. Just snapped in the middle. I just need whatever score doesn't get demotion marks. That's what we need this week. Trying to put this on the green is a dumb play, I think. Because, I mean, I can run it down to, like, here. Downhill flop shot. You can get some spin on it. You'd like to make a cut pass. You know, we don't have cuts, which is, like, a blessing and a curse. Because it means that you have to struggle through everything. It gives you 2 rounds to recover from bad rounds, but it also gives you 2 rounds to completely mess up. Also, we're just laying it back. I'm not going to try and play for the flop shot. At least not entirely on purpose. I think if I played the 3-wood, I would have been out the back of the green. This hybrid got down a lot further. Okay, as long as this, like... Okay, well, a bit more rollout than anticipated. 51 out a few yards. Let's say 54. 5 yards from the wind at least. We're gonna go club up, I think, because I got kind of wrecked by the flop shot on that earlier hole, so... Extra club was a good call. Extra club was a very good call. when you're able to run away in these kind of conditions, it makes it so hard to catch. Like, these rounds have so much deviation. The crazy part here is, like, with this kind of wind, if you can hit a shot down in here, it's beneficial. But look how much that runs left to right. It's like sneaky. You can barely see it from back here. Like, I think with this wind, you want to be down there because then you get a pitch shot. But I think I'm going to lay up. I might regret this. I very much so might regret this. But I'm hoping that I can get enough spin out of this. No, I overshaped it. Come on, get on. Oh. That's lucky to hit the fringe. That's lucky to hit the fringe. Because he gets that huge kick on the very firm. Needed 20 under all 3 rounds to tie style. Yeah, like... And I know he hit 20 under on that last round, but that's still just... That's an insane score to pull off once, let alone 3 times. Stive's just on another level at the moment. I wasn't sure it was gonna drift back. You'll come back to Earth soon. Yeah, that's what you keep saying, Stives. That's what you keep saying, man. But I'm not so sure about that. I don't know. For me, I think when Stives comes back down to Earth, that's when I'll start playing, like, good golf. That's what I'm gonna tie it to. This is such a nasty... I mean, you have to play 5... The crazy part is if I play 5-iron, I have a feeling that it's not going to come back and that it's going to roll out. If I play 6-iron, are we going to get there? What if... You know how terrifying it is to hit that tee shot? Absolutely mortifying. And that's the 5-iron. I'm glad I didn't go 6, but the 5 ended up playing it enough that I can't even get to the ridge. But, like, I don't think I can take a 4-iron. I don't think I can comfortably pull the 4-iron on that shot and think, like, you know what? This is probably going to turn out okay. And now, like, you're just trying not to putt this too far away, so you've got to be fairly protective of it, and just like it's got to be drifting from so far left to right. That backswing I can't get right to save my life. What a putt! Come on! This feels like not driver. Or at least driver with a little bit of shape. You see the shot shape into the wind and then watch the ball snap back the other way when the wind takes over. It's such a funky looking thing. I still remember that one time we were playing in an alt shot match and the wind actually flipped in midair. It was the wildest thing I've ever seen. I think that was 2K21. If we take 5-iron, is it gonna get enough wind? I think there's a chance of it, but we're going to have to, like, play it probably back somewhere over here and then play, like, some fade. Really let the wind get behind this. Sit. That was the right idea. Evening, Wayne. Played a few weeks ago. Yeah, I had that hole too. I just take too long, so I caught it. But yeah. Like a 20-mile-an-hour wind and it completely changing direction. You're impressed, Patrick? I'm a little bit impressed too, to be honest. All right, this is kind of similar to that last one we We hit. It's downhill, little drifty. I have to, even though it's not a lot, I have to blame swing playing because I can't hit it straight. I can't hit it straight. I'm playing for my swing to be straight, but I have not been able to hit the straight swing plane all that much. The crazy part is this wind doesn't really carry the ball all that far, but for the gap wedge pitch to get 10 yards on the ground, after, I mean, it's very firm. I'm going to give it a little bit extra just because there's a backstop, so we can utilize that. Yeah, default wind, I just don't think should be used in general. Ah. Gosh darn it, Colby, hit the green, get on. No! Don't kick out like that. Alright, stopping this is gonna be tough. Because now we're on downhill out of the rough. So what, just play it to the side and... Not bad. It's so hard because you want to hole it, right? You obviously want to hole it, but you're just trying to get it to stay up there as well. 522, it's uphill quite a bit, but with this much wind, you should be able to do something. All right, we got the 103, just trying to extract a bit more out of this. It probably would be beneficial to also try and play that one for tailwind, because the extra tailwind on the backspun driver would have been really good, but we've got 179 yards in on a par 5, which is never too shabby. The wind's dropped a little bit. 19-mile-an-hour wind, uphill 8. 157, but you don't get the 19. Like, it probably really only ends up being like 10 after all is said and done. 9-iron with full backspin. Tree is well placed. Yeah, it does pose a problem because if I start to shot shape around it, not gonna be good. If I was a real freak and like really knew what I was doing, try and hit like a punch shot under or something. Always taller than you think. Yeah, because I mean, that flight right there is probably about where your ball is going through, right? Through that lower tree. So if you go 168 and then up to like 180 carry, that's going to be in the higher part. That probably still gains distance, and then we start to lose. I pulled it and slowed it. That was weird, and it just never turned back over. That tailwind, like... That tailwind didn't end up letting it turn. But I probably didn't play enough... I don't think I played enough wind angle-wise, so... That tree definitely making me overthink things. I'm gonna play this very gently. Like, very gently. Tried to change my grip, and you can see how it affected my swing play. Sometimes lucky. You had to pull it on like, yeah, subconsciously, right? Like, just letting that subconscious really take control. Really put us in prime position, you know? Not speaking until the shot's finished. I know, because now it's like, now I can't use the clip, right? That's just so mean. But I guess luck works two ways, huh? There's pretty much no chance of this getting there, I don't think, but we gotta send it. Decent swing to finish. A little bit inside, but like I said, I guess the option... Oh, well, no, because it's out of the light rough, so, like, I pretty much can't take driver off the deck. It's that 10% loss 25 yards into this kind of wind is just not at all what you want. So wish me luck, I guess. Wish me luck. It's got to have so much break at the end of this thing. No matter how much I push the swing plane to the right on the backswing, it's still a pull. If we can sink this and get in at 8 under, I will be very pleased because this round is just ridiculous. It almost wanted to get away. All right, so early bogey and a very scrappy 8 under. We will absolutely take it. Especially if we're trying to hold on hope from not getting that last demo mark to send us to elite. I think 8 under in that is very, very good.